Skorik to the academic community as a doctor, as a doctoral I first got to know Indira when she asked me to be on her committee, and what really struck me about her is that she was not only interested in how do women survive sexual violence, how do they also thrive after such an experience, which for the women she studied was systemic as a result of war and prolonged, and then beyond that, so surviving, thriving, then how do these women become advocates against sexual violence? She's a remarkable woman herself, Indira, and I'm pleased to say she has an announcement that she just became a U.S. citizen. So. And we are delighted that she's part of our community.
Thank you, Katrina, so much for your kind words. I can't thank you enough. I want to thank faculty and students and alums who helped me in this transformative journey through tears and laughter, and we all know how it looks like. Thank you, Martha Sherman. Thank you, Lane Winslow. Thank you, Keith Melville, for sticking with me when I was the most stubborn. Fred Steyer, Steve Shapiro, Jeremy Shapiro, Leonie Rebecca, Annabelle Nelson, Provost Gloria, Thea Walker, Jessie, Candace, and many more who I have not mentioned, but who really helped me enormously through this journey. You all are the wonderful people, fielding people in my auxiliary division, whose name I have not mentioned, and I mean all of you. You all are, in this achievement, particularly in my life, I share with my son, Tin Aragorn, who you just saw, waving the flag. Tin, you were conceived in this process, and you are the biggest achievement in my life. You bring joy and laughter every day. My husband, Ivo, your unconditional love is just wonderful. You bring happiness to me. And you stick with me every day with computer problems and moving into 7 different countries and also moving furniture on a daily basis while I was working on my dissertation. So I thank you very much for sticking up with me. And of course, in running a small non-for-profit organization and deciding to do all of this impossible thing for a person who had no money, no citizenship, no funding, and came from a very difficult place. I also would like to thank my cousin, Suad Diglisic. Suad, you came to rescue me at my tender age of 17 when I fled my parents' house in order to attain undergraduate studies degree in Belgrade in political science. And that was in 1984. My lifelong friend, Catherine Berthier, who wrote a letter to the Dean of the New School for Social Research in 1994 that brought me to this country, and I escaped the war in former Yugoslavia at that time. Also, I thank my family, my mom and my sister who are not with us, but who have been my guardian angel all this time, and my brother and my father. And back to you, my fielding community. Dr. Rich Applebaum, who is not here, who wisely mentored me through this interdisciplinary study, and I'm very reflective, as you can plainly see, and I will present something that very few people could understand, and he would meet me exactly in my thought process, not what I have presented, but what I was struggling with, and that's enormous for any researcher. Katrina Rogers, you stand tall as Himalayas. That's an expression that we use in the Balkans for the most noble people. I can't thank you enough. Judy Stevens-Long, she has been around. She jumped in at the last train and she really helped me so much in many other ways, because not everybody understands trauma and difficulties and working through and how does it work when it works and it doesn't work in terms of helping people who are traumatized. Katrina was very helpful to also put me in a place where I could understand my own trauma in this process, and I could actually use my own voice. And this is the most difficult task for any researcher. I also hope that our president mayors will find enough money to fund, and all of us to fund the Institute for Social Innovation, and I am indebted to the fielding community for supporting my work. Dean McIntosh, I told you this morning, I have felt personally your leadership, although we have not spoken when you were. And I hope fielding will continue. You will be greatly missed, I feel, from my standpoint. But I'm thankful to you for being where you were at the time with the support that I needed. And I would like to ask you for one standing round of applause for the best mentors and faculty mentors and my family, please. But I'm not done. I dedicate this work to a group of women who transformed my life, survivors who led me into this research, who allowed me to become part of their lives and make sure I'm an involved researcher with a clear position in their case. There was no space for a researcher's naivete and learning with those who have gone through violence and conflict as part of their life story. Rather, it's a transcending encounter that made me feel a need to complete this work in searching for ways to live a life without violence. I know that there is no other institution of higher education which engages in this transformative kind of scholarly practitioner learning. This is such a transcending moment for me, and I feel like forming a circle dance with all of you friends who believe in the power of creativity and knowledge to heal with wounds of war and violence. May you be blessed and strengthened in the work you do of making a better world for all. I humbly thank you so very much.